What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Demonic, and I'm back with another banger. In this video, we're going to go back into a game of bum wreck on my 92 overall 6'8" center build. If you haven't seen this build already in my previous videos, I'm going to give you guys a quick rundown. I have an 83 standing dunk on this build, along with an 85 post control and a 65 driving dunk. I have an 84 mid-range, a 76 3 ball, 96 passing accuracy, an 88 interior defense to help against those taller centers, along with that 94 block for Hall of Fame chase down artist, a 99 defensive rebound for Hall of Fame rebound chaser, along with an 85 offensive rebound helping those offensive rebounds. You see the physicals. I have a 90 strength for that golden movable enforcer. You need that at the center position in the rec. Everything that I've upgraded is everything I need on this build, so at a 92 overall, I'm still able to go into the bum wreck and just have some fun and some relaxed games whenever I feel like getting on the game and not having to worry about sweating and stressing so much. Now, a lot of people might have some negative things to say about the 92 and under rec. I have some builds where I can go into the 92 and over rec, and I'm telling you guys right now, it's just as stressful sometimes in the 92 and under rec than it is in the 92 and over, and this is a prime example. There's going to be games where you go in the 92 and under rec and your teammates are going to be complete bots and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. And it's the same thing in 92 and over rec, where you're going to have some people who are 92 and over, but they are still bad at the game. So it's a to each your own situation. And sometimes I want to go into the rec and just chill. I don't want to have to worry about sweating. So this build right here is perfect for that. I average a triple double on this build: 13 points, 13 rebounds, nearly 14 rebounds, along with 11 assists per game. I love playing on my point guard builds, but it can be extremely stressful sometimes, especially when you have a center on your team that cannot shoot threes, doesn't set screens, and just clogs up the paint. So whenever I'm playing on this center build, I'm able to do all those things that I just mentioned, and it makes it a lot easier for your team. If you play rec randoms, you know if the center is clogging up the paint, your team is going to be at a huge disadvantage, especially if the other center can spread the floor. Now, there are some centers that are inside centers that know what they're doing and they can be extremely dominant. As I get this block, I was tired of watching that guy score on the point guard, so I decided to step up on this possession. I've thought about making another inside center just to see what I can do with him in the 92 and under rec before the next 2K, but honestly, it just doesn't seem worth it. Every time I go into the builder, being able to spread the floor makes a huge difference. As you can see right here, I'm able to knock down this three from the top of the key wide open, and he's going to learn that he's not going to be able to leave me open all game, even though he does in this game, but my teammates just don't hit me whenever they're supposed to. And that's just what it is sometimes. You got a point guard with low IQ, just like that. He catches the ball in the corner wide open, and he doesn't shoot it. I have Hall of Fame dimer on this build, so that's the easiest time to get a shot, especially in the corner, but he decides to pass it to the teammate. Now, if you've been a subscriber throughout the year, you know that I've created a lot of builds, a lot of point guard builds, my 6'10" small forward build that a lot of you guys liked a lot. But out of all the builds that I've created, this right here is the best one that I've made just because of everything that it can do at the center position. I'm able to score inside, spread the floor, get the ball up court with ease, Hall of Fame break starter, Hall of Fame dimer. The passing makes this build an extremely versatile build at the center position. And as you can see right here, I have an 84 mid-range with that 85 post control, so I'm able to knock down this post fade from the top of the key. The only liability that this build has that I wish it did have is the perimeter defense. I'm sure I could modify it a little bit to at least get bronze challenger if I wanted to. But a lot of times, if you're playing against these centers, they're not moving like that on the perimeter. Now, this guy right here, he was knocking down some threes this game, but a lot of that was because my teammates just weren't rotating on defense when they were supposed to. Now, I'm not going to lie, there was a couple times where he cooked me and he got his own open three, but that is what it is, man. On the other end, I'm able to do the same thing to him all day long, and that's what I love about this build. What I love most is the 96 passing accuracy. As you can see right there, I hit the power forward on the fast break immediately on the inbounds pass, even though the possession before, he went up on 3 people while I was wide open at the top of the key, and I hit him again right there on the fast break, and I get us another bucket. I'm able to get a contest right here, but unfortunately, This guy's wide open in the corner, so they end up getting a wide open three. I'm not able to rotate in time. Once again, like I said, I don't have that perimeter defense to get out there. So that is what it is, man. It's part of this build right here. Once again, my teammate forces up a shot in the paint while I'm wide open on the 3-point line. So that's just part of playing with direct randoms. And this is what I was talking about right here. He gets me and he's able to knock down that three with that Mamba mentality. So that's another thing you got to think about with this build. It does not have that perimeter defense. A lot of people will show you these builds and tell you, oh, it's fine, you don't need this, you don't need that. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. There are things you need. Every build needs certain things in certain situations depending on who you're matched up against. And as you can see right here, again, the center is able to get past me and get a nice dunk on the offensive end. And he's over here flopping. And it's starting to make me get a little bit frustrated because just like right there, I'm sitting wide open in the corner with heat check and my teammates just are not hitting me whenever I'm open. And he's able to get 13 points and 11 rebounds. I only have 8 points and 3 rebounds, but I do have 5 assists at the half, and we're both player of the half. And right here, once again, my teammates are just forcing up bad shots. So he's able to get these easy rebounds, while his team, on the other hand, once again, right here, no rotation, and his team, on the other hand, are getting wide open shots. They're passing him the ball when he's open, and it's just not happening like that for me. So it is what it is, man. You guys seen my teammates, so that's part of it. I get the ball right here with heat check, and you already know it's buttery, man. Every single time I'm knocking that down. Right here, once again, I hit the point guard in the corner wide open, and he just drives to the rim, and I'm able to get a wide open shot at the top of the key once again. So I got 13 points in the third quarter. Right here, I saw this guy open in the corner, but I decided not to rotate because I was tired of leaving the center open and letting him get buckets. And it pays off because I'm able to block him in the paint. And on the other end, on the fast break, he hits me and I pass it to the power forward and I get another assist, which gets me Mamba mentality. Right here, I'm being extremely patient and the center's helping a lot in the paint. So I don't understand if he thinks that I just am not shooting like that for real, or he knows that my teammates haven't been hitting me. So I'm able to knock it down, especially with that Mamba mentality. I have an 84 mid-range and a 76 3 ball. So I get bronze agent 3, I get gold catch and shoot, I get a bunch of good shooting badges. So at the 6'8" position, I get a fast jump shot and I'm able to knock those down pretty easily. I use the JT Thor base and I've been rocking it on this build all year long and I love it. It's extremely quick and it's easy to time, especially whenever you know your jump shot. As you can see right here, my teammates have basically been letting me run the point guard position. Even though I have no ball handle, at least I'm able to get the ball to the open person with that 96 pass sack. Right here, I hit the small forward instead of the power forward on the left corner, and I did that on purpose because the power forward hasn't shot a 3 all game long, and if he has, he hasn't made it. So he's just been cutting to the rim. He shot like 20% from 3, so he's really not a shooter. So it ended up paying off. And once again, right here, the point guard wide open in the corner. This guy just couldn't knock down a shot to save our life. And every single time the other team is making us pay for it. So it's really hard to stay in the game in situations like this when your teammates just aren't able to knock down shots. And the other team is just getting an easy bucket after easy bucket. So it's 54 to 45 in the fourth quarter. And I know we need a 3. So you already know it's buttery, man. Now right here, I know we need to stop. It's 54 to 48 and my teammates haven't been rotating, so it's hard for me to rotate, especially with that low perimeter. Luckily, my other teammate finally rotates, and on the fast break, they hit me in the post and the center's jumping, so I go to that post fade, and you already know every single time, man, I'm knocking that down. Now right here on this possession, their point guard was pretty bad too, and he's throwing up some bad shots and flopping. I hit the small forward on the fast break. He passes it to the guard on the wing, and I'm sitting here wide open at the top of the key, but once again, he goes up contested on the center in the paint. Luckily, it leads to a foul, so he's able to get us a couple free throws. Now, look at this vision. I hit the power forward on the backdoor cut immediately as soon as I catch the ball, and it leads to us getting an easy bucket once again. The center on the other team throws up a 3 from the hash. Luckily, he misses it. I know that's a makeable shot, especially with sharp take. Right here, I do a catch and shoot. Unfortunately, that was a 2 instead of a 3. I was really hoping to get the 3 ball in that possession. So on the other end, I'm getting the rebound and I hit the small forward on the fast break. And now we're up 58 to 56 with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So this is a really close game and I'm trying everything I can to make sure I win this game. It was my first game on and I was pretty frustrated with how this game ended. When you see how this game ended, you're going to understand exactly why. I got off after this game. I couldn't believe it. Whenever you see this, I promise you, you're going to think the same thing. It's some 2K. I try not to cuss in my videos very much and try to keep it kid friendly. But man, I'm not gonna lie, that was some 2K bullshit that happened in this game. And as you can see, I'm getting assist after assist, trying to hit people on the cuts when they're open. Unfortunately, my teammates just aren't as passive as me, especially in rec randoms. People don't look to pass the center of the ball when they're open. They don't think they can shoot, even though they make a 3 after 3. And they decide to hit the point guard when the game's on the line. That's been missing shot after shot all game long. And I know there's some people who think, I have 23 points, I got plenty of shots up, but that's not the point. There was plenty of possessions where I was open, and I could have got us more buckets, which would have made this game even easier in the long run. Obviously, I love scoring just as much as anybody else, but I'm not going to complain if my teammates are taking good shots whenever I'm open instead of taking bad shots when I'm open. And right there, that was kind of my fault. I was hoping he would rotate, and it ended up being a 3 for the center. Especially this late in the game, it was a terrible decision. I ended up getting us a bucket on the offensive end though, passing it to the guy on the cut to make this a 1-point game with 16 seconds left. On the defensive possession right here, we get extremely lucky because they end up turning the ball over and giving us another opportunity with just 13 seconds left. Now, I probably should have brought the ball up with Mamba and maybe went to like a post fade or something like that, but I decided to trust in my teammate, and he ends up going up on 3 people in the paint, and somehow he ends up getting a bucket. That was actually on 4 people, so it was extremely lucky, and it ended up paying off because we're up 68-67, and right here I get a game-saving block with 1.7 seconds left. And now you guys are going to see how the game ended with 1.7 seconds left. I'm thinking surely we have this secured. We got 5 defenders on the floor, but this guy throws the ball off the side of the backboard and it bounces right to the AI who makes the shot, and we lose the game. It was unbelievable, man. I couldn't believe it. I ended up turning the game off after this, and I decided not to get back on for the rest of the night. This is exactly why I don't like playing 2K sometimes, because of stuff like that. It's extremely frustrating. But yeah, man, I haven't played on this build in about 2 months, so this was one of the first games back on this build that I've had. And the first game back, I actually had a 20-20-20 game that I'm going to upload a video on later, so if that's something you're interested in seeing, remember to hit that subscribe button and turn those post notifications on. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so any support I can get, I really appreciate it. Demonics out.